Austin, Texas, home to technological and cultural advances, but for everything going on in this city, the hub is bathed in burnt orange, and it is DKR and the Texas Longhorns. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 23 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So the Texas Longhorns return man Hartley helped out the offense with that one. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on 3rd down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You've got to do a lot of this.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Scanning the field, it's Averill. He's going to let it go. Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he returned that into reverse skate in a hurry and takes it to the 46.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Pass on the way, it's picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and the ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
He uncorks one deep. It's complete. A huge pickup. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Texas. And once he got loose, it was all over. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense set for a first down play. They go to the ground. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Hand off from the shotgun. And the Ducks get the first down. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll keep it himself. He'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And that is a big hit. And that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs and I want to run my quarterback. But, Palmer, I got to understand the difference between the critical situations when I want him to take hits and the other times when I want him to take a slot.
Yeah, you got to live to play another day if you're this quarterback right now. You know this defense, their eyes are lighting up every time they see you take off and run. They know they're going to get those opportunities to try to put you down. You've got to slide. You've got to try to get out of bounds. You've got to really try to save yourself because this team needs you if they're going to win the game.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Coming after him. He'll try to do it himself. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelt blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing him. How about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Here comes the Texas offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Might as well give it to him again.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Skips away from pressure. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
This defense got a lot of people's attention last week when they had 3 sacks. And you know the offense was watching film, and they saw all these pass rushers and their abilities. They thought they had a good plan, but it's not working right now. They've already given up a sack here early in the game.
Looking downfield, it's Averill. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. 1st down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around and make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense, creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a...
He lets one fly deep. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Longhorns. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So a scoring drive. finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Ducks decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the returner will be brought down. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. They're getting this guy lathered up. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
What a nice run there. And I tell you, Texas has always been a place where there have been outstanding running backs. This guy is the next in line. He's got vision, he's got speed, he's got power. It always seems like it takes multiple defenders to bring him down. Huge weapon in this offense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
They'll leave it with him. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's April. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run.
And it's so nice then to...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Looking for room at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Off play action on 1st down. using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. He does a really good job in the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Here's the handoff. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Pass is incomplete, but I think the defense was offsides, and this will probably be a first down.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A first down for the offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Smashes through the tackle. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Averill. And the pass is incomplete, jars loose by the hit.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long from the 50-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Terrell. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Now adjusting. It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200.
And that ball is live in the backfield. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security.
He's got it down the right side. He's off to the races. Touchdown Ducks! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. The expressway is wide open, and he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Longhorns! This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little...
He's going to fire deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Jacksonville State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Gamecocks have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 13 to UTEP.
Oh, he's looking to throw.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on second down from the 15. They're bringing heat. Avoids pressure. Feeling some heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today.
The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Texas. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job at pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Getting some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Fair catch is called for. In the midst of all this range is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Still running at the 35. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Second down coming up. They'll go with a direct snap. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him redirect.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, though.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Griffin. Might be looking to run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Flips it out in the flat. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He makes the connection. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
In offenses nowadays, they really just count the numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Ducks will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Castillo. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything we dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses the 45. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On the run, it's Freeman. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. It's complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Just plowing down the field. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorn! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the 2nd half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. He's got him in the flat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Griffin. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Longhorns have taken it inside the 20. Quick handoff. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. It's complete on the right side. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Ducks are on the move. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's first pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day. So been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
And it's caught! Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
Stumbled to the ground. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And that is why they're called the hands team, people, on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. Plows through the defense. And the Longhorns have a first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Quick with the spin move. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Direct snap. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more. Touchdown, Texas! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Iowa stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Iowa City. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
How about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Working that left side. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It's first and 10 from the 31. Looking downfield, it's Griffin. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. And the ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Pressure coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. He looks that one in nicely. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4.
He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered, They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
Fires one high and deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to...
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.